Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Boss Rush Island 4. Today we're going to be getting 95 pops against the infamous Blastopopulus. This one's actually not that bad. We're going to be using Sauda here, mostly just to defend against balloons. And then I'd like to tech bot it and put it on strong, although honestly neither of those two things are needed. Sauda's not going to do much damage against the boss. You're going to want to put down a attack shooter a little bit above this rock here. Like the bottom right rock, you want to have a pretty good amount of space to put another attack shooter down. Quickly upgrade it to a 203, and then another 203, and upgrade it to 204, and get down another 204, and then quickly get down a 420 embrittlement. You can do things a little bit more safe, get up some defenses first, so you could have gotten these two druids, which are 130s on strong, before you got the embrittlement, but either way works. I haven't really had a problem with dying. Then get down these two more overdrives here, and we're going to make up a little bit of a save up. You're going to see some leaks happen, but it's not going to be too bad. Quickly upgrade this one to attack zone, and then buy a ring of fire to deal with a bunch of lead balloons, and a shimmer wizard to deal with the camos. The ring of fire kind of just stops the leads from being able to block the attack shooters, which is nice, and then obviously the shimmer allows the druids to pop everything else. Place down like 4 more druids, and you want to put one of them up here next to Sauda. You can buy pretty much as many druids as you feel is necessary. Living is obviously more important than anything else, but even if you do die here, I had a death in an earlier run and got like, I think it was 91 pops, so you guys should be a-okay either way. Up next, you're going to want to save up for Super Brittle and keep on placing down some 204 overdrives. Now, obviously, we're going to be upgrading the Druid here to a Jungle's Bounty on Strong and then Spirit of the Forest. The sooner you get at the Jungle's Bounty, it'll make you slightly more money, but that doesn't really matter too much. Now here, we're going to try to sell the attack zone. If needed, you can sell overdrives to kind of get Blastopopulus to stop stunning. Or you can just start placing the overdrives and you'll sell attack zone later. Overdrives are extremely cost efficient, so you don't really have to worry too much about if you have the attack zone down in the perfect location, because it's kind of just luck based. No one likes Blastopopulus stun, but yeah, you kind of have to deal with it. Up next, we're going to be selling the Super Brittle to move it closer towards the boss. Obviously, things kind of depend on your own pace and how you're doing. If you notice, we have 3 more druids here and the shimmer wizard, which are all no longer necessary, and same goes to the attack shooter in the top left hand corner. So you can sell those if you're in desperate need of more money. Here, if you really want to squeeze out some more pops, you might want to go for a 052 Carper Spikes, like right there, but instead I just go for Mad. Now, for you guys' Mad placement, this one kind of sucked against the boss in terms of boss damage, although it may have been helpful against DDTs. If you like, you can just follow this guide's placement exactly, and then here we move the attack zone, of course. But I would recommend you place it a pretty good amount lower, and then just put some 0-0 attack shooters behind it and to the right, so that the faraway meteor will not be hitting the Mad. Although, again, that shouldn't matter because the Mad's already the most expensive thing you'll be buying, so it's going to get stunned a lot anyways. We're just going to keep on following the boss here with a bunch of overdrives, and while it's turning this bend here, we can just prep down some attacks. If you had the Mad in the position that I'm recommended, which is lower and more to the right, a pretty good amount lower, like 5 or 6 towers, like about where that sniper is now, you can put the Mad. Anyways, get up a 502 sniper on strong. This guy's going to be giving more debuffs so that your attacks can do even more damage. We sold them Super Brittle in order to get that, and now here we are trying to sell our attack zone and these top overdrives and stuff, but Blastopopulus is being particularly annoying. Luckily, no matter your Blastopopulus RNG, it's really not going to matter too much because it should all balance out a pretty good amount, especially if you do like 4 runs. Alright. The only thing that is kind of annoying is later on, there's some RNG when it comes to like trying not to die, alright? But anyways, once you can, sell your stuff and, rebuy everything. You kind of want to put the attack zone so that it's leading to where Blastopopulus will be, and the Super Brittle, because it's extremely expensive, you really want to try to make it so that it's just barely hitting at the start. And ideally you can get down some overdrives pretty close to it or at the same spot. Obviously you're going to want to be following the mat along with everything. It is pretty annoying that you have to spam down so many overdrives and stuff. Here we get up a Shimmer Wizard in the top left hand corner, as well as another one pretty close but not too close, otherwise they'll activate at the same time. And yeah, just keep spanning everything, adjusting your map positioning. This map positioning is nice because we always have one missile hitting it, although it is annoying because usually that second missile is not going to hit it. The MAD doesn't really get an absurdly high amount of damage, so you can honestly just focus more on tack shooters, get up, you know, an elite defender sooner, get up your other middle path sniper, and get up a carpet of spikes, and I do think that that would probably perform better than the MAD. But the MAD does help out a ton against DDTs, so that is another thing to keep in mind. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, but your druids should all be the 1x0 cross path. So like, you know, the tier 5 is a 150, and the other ones that we placed earlier were 130s. But yeah, here we are just adjusting the super brittle positioning. And by the way, if this video helped you guys out, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down your score, or if you have any problems, any improvements. I will try my best to respond quite fast. If you want me to make any other videos, let me know, because, you know, I love making videos for you guys. This obviously is not a very profitable endeavor. You can use code YOBOI in the shop if you ever want to buy anything. Give me a couple of cents. But really, I'm just doing this because I love it. Here we're going for a 240 Spike Factory, and we're going to be later getting it up to a 250 once we have the money for it. Money's coming pretty fast, not too fast, but here we finally are able to sell that tier 3 druid, and we can get up the carpet of spikes. You're going to want to use the ability when you can. For some reason, the ability is just much easier to get up than a lot of other abilities are. Like, you're barely ever going to see the mad ability against the Blast Populace, but the carpet of spikes, I think it's got a faster ability or something like that, so you're going to see it a lot more. Just keep on following the boss with these tack shooters, and you're going to want the last tack shooter that you upgrade to attack zone to be this end one here that I'm about to place now. But yeah, once Blast Populace gets out of range, of course, we're going to be doing that, you know, upgrading to attack zone. It's just a pretty standard. And here, because we have a bunch of extra money, we're just going for a couple of extra tack shooters. It's not going to matter too much. We actually end up dying to DDTs here, but yeah, that kind of sucks. There's not too much you can do about it. If you really want to be safe against DDTs, you can buy a Bomb Blitz, you can buy a Prince of Darkness, you can buy a, you know, whatever you want. I think Prince of Darkness or Bomb Blitz are both great choices. Here we died to a fortified DDT, but we got 95 pops, which I'm pretty happy with. If you ever have extra money, just buy an Elite Defender. If this video helped you out, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.